Good morning. It's Monday, June 17th, and that means two things. You can get away with hitting anyone on the back of the head if you glue a dead wasp to your palm beforehand. It's also time for the lighting industry news brief brought to you by Keystone Tech and the Linta. The Linta is an architectural fixture, but it is as flexible, as useful, as versatile as any other Keystone product because, well, yes, you put your power select on a switch, you put your color select on a switch, you put the up or down, like literally the directionality on an architectural fixture is on a switch, and then you add how it connects. You have 2, 4, 6, and 8 foot lengths, and they connect in L's, J's, T's, and X's. That is better than so many other things I've encountered in the work. But what's important is that the link to this product is in the description for this episode, and you should click it. Let's get into the news. Schrader has bought Ligman. They're a connected outdoor lighting vendor. Ligman specializes in urban lighting, which is to say smart cities. Is there details on price? No. Is there details on personnel changes? No. What I can say is that it happened. Lidl has bought Ingemann. They are backed by a PE firm. Ingemann is a Danish optics maker. Are there any details about pricing? No. Is there any details about personnel changes? No. But we'll move on. Clean Life has bought ATX LED. Are there details about price? No. Are there details about personnel changes? No. But there we are. I2 Systems has a new HQ, which is to say they have bought the Prime Engineering Components facility in Lightfield County, Connecticut for $2.7 million. Eglo has merged with Eglo Canada. So we now have a new, bigger, better North American org coming together. Health Canada has issued a warning over LED night lights, specifically the Honglu duplex electrical outlet wall plate with LED night lights. This isn't a recall, but they do want you to know that this particular product is a danger to human health and or safety and or possesses a unreasonable risk of electrical shock and or fire. NAM has launched the Manufacturing Wins campaign, which is a new lobbying project to extend current tax reforms. Lux Futurum is yet another lighting award. This is for design. It is global. It is there to recognize programs under the VLDC. We are seeing a month of optimism from NEMA, part of their Business Confidence Index. Signify has restated their earnings by business segment, which is to say that all of their segments have better sales in Q1 2024 than previous quarters and previous business divisions. The director of Orion has bought 5,000 shares of his own company, which is to say he spent $5,450 on those shares per SEC filings. It's also worth noting that Orion's stock value has closed above $1 every day since the 3rd, which is to say that NASDAQ delisting warnings have been pushed off yet again. Get a Grip on Lighting revisits their interviews with Bill Brown in light of his recent death. Visit getagriponlighting.com to watch that whole episode. 42 Partners has published their issues with the current version of photometric files. This is a new critical white paper you can download. Challenger Limited and Apollo Global have sold their stakes in Beacon Lighting, which means that the PE firms leaving will change how their shareholder board votes very drastically, actually. Ledvance has won a German Innovation Award for the Everloop product line. DMC, the Dallas Market Center, has named 55 Light Stars. Those winners will get to party at Lightovation this year. Butterfly, a efficiency as service company, has bought into water conservation. That's a whole new portfolio for them. We have a new look for Cusco's Aurora Light. This is a new brand, newly acquired brand, acquiring a new logo. Lamp, Galarian, and Nordic Nest have changed their name. They'll be doing work as Light Shop now. Viking Electric has moved into Milwaukee. This is a Sonepar subsidiary getting into a new location. Doer Manufacturing will be publishing their product brochures in Spanish, joining an ever-growing group of exterior fixture makers, making sure that Spanish speakers in the business can get just clearing a barrier to entry. I don't know how to describe it. It's in Spanish now. Some people would like that. DHL Texas has a new facility in Irving. They claim it'll process 24,000 parcels per hour. Mars Electric has a new location in Youngstown, Ohio. On the legal side of things, Apogee Lighting has accused a former EVP, specifically Marty Gaon, of stealing secrets, misusing confidential info, unauthorized competition, and a breach of non-compete clauses, as well as a breach of non-disclosure clauses of his contract. A raid of Light and Building has found counterfeit goods for reals. 2 vendors at the event have been alleged for demonstrating products that violate IP from Ledil. Helix and Coolidge Lighting are in a lawsuit over LED patents, and the CEO of the AIA is under scrutiny for spending as well as wrongful termination of an employee for questioning above spending. In rep agency news, LED City will be repping Magnitude in Texas, and the Progressive Group has bought CF Marketing and RJR Distribution. Event-wise, you can still sign up for the Nailed Convention. That's in St. Paul, in Minnesota, in August 19 to 21. I'll be there. I don't think that's a huge sell, but I'll be there. I'll be judging you if you aren't there. Beijing is hosting the World Lighting Designer Forum July 16th to 19th. This October, you can attend 2 events in Palm Springs, California. If you're in Palm Springs, October 22nd to 23rd, you can attend the OLED World Summit and its parallel event, the Phosphors and Quantum Dots Industry Forum. Otherwise, you can attend a webinar on bioplastics for luminaires on the 20th of this month. IoT-wise, the president of Microsoft was questioned by Congress over cybersecurity issues. That is Brad Smith, being held under scrutiny. The government of Canada has proposed a new cybersecurity program which will coordinate between a bunch of agencies to manage crimes. Wylon has launched a new IoT Project of the Year contest. They'll declare winners this December. Pharos is celebrating 20 years. They actually started out in theater, but they've expanded into architecture, and they're celebrating with a podcast. Speaking of podcasts, you can listen to Lighting Controls with Margaret Wong and Stephen Ju. Otherwise, we can talk about Samsung expanding the Smart Things program into businesses. So we have a smart home Matter-based platform moving into a smart building program. Apple Home is adding support for robot vac rooms. Oral-B is bricking all of their Alexa-enabled toothbrushes. If you spent $230 on a smart toothbrush, You should know that its connection to the smart secretary has ended. There we go. In R&D news, we've found that daylight improves short-term attention. This is a new study from MSH Medical School. Beijing U has developed a new optical resin. It's an acrylic that is highly refractive and very thin. We have a new instrument systems photodiode that will allow for detecting and measuring UV and IR light very quickly. And VCSEL has created a new array polarization for LIV wavelength measurement. This is a new methods research project from Luger Research. On the darkness side of things, we have found that the DLC Lunar Group has published another study on light pollution and efficiency. The IGB has found that lighting changes will save insects. A Slovakian team has created a new realistic polarization model for sky brightness. We have found that phone screens before bed won't help you sleep or won't hurt your sleep unless the content does one or the other. Your phone isn't bright enough to bother your sleep, but what you read might. A band called Circadian is on tour. We also have a discussion of new high rises in Foster Martin, BC, raising concerns over light trespass. Folly Beach, North Carolina, is proposing new turtle lighting regs. Environmental groups are seeking injunctions against a Maui hotel beyond the initial lawsuit. The Sunshine Coast of Australia is seeking recognition from Dark Sky International. And the Indian government will be seeking limits on lighting use, specifically trespass in hoardings in urban environments. If you need more details on light pollution and the news, we have the Darkness News update on restoringdarkness.com. It's hosted by me. It's a lot like this show, but more detailed, but you can check it out. Horticulturally, Nottingham Trent University will be offering a master's degree in smart architecture. This is the first such program at that level. In Virginia, the state government has promoted indoor growing with money and press opportunities. Solum has partnered with Leafficient. Grow Generation has launched a B2B platform. Photosynthetic has partnered with Mirai. Clade 9 has switched to LED. West Holmes, Ohio's schools are adding hydroponic walls. David and Goliath Farms have opened up in the United Arab Emirates. Florida has expanded their LED hop farm. And the White House, the executive branch, has opposed the National Defense Department's testing under the Defense Authorization Act, which is to say that they don't want to disqualify any new recruits for having legal marijuana in states where that's legal. In sports news, we have a brief lighting system failure during a Padres athletics game on the 9th, and Mount Pearl, Newfoundland will be updating their field lighting ahead of the Canada Games. Both of those are for baseball. In recommended reading on nail.org, we have an understanding of environmental law and how it affects businesses. We have the best lighting for your pets, what construction means in physical, digital spaces. We have custom rebates and commercial lighting. We have NASA and indoor environment quality. LumiLEDs was interviewed by the Tool Time podcast. We have LED lighting for prefab homes. We have ranking lighting in architecture. We have implementing smart lighting. We have a recap of the Guangzhou International Lighting Exhibition. We have a recap of Green Tech Amsterdam. We have an understanding of what it means to chrono work, which is a lot like me slacking until after everyone else is in bed, but it sounds better. We have smart tech for multifamily residences and the value or lack thereof of a lifetime warranty. In local news, Ohio is offering an additional $5.4 million in efficiency grants. California is planning $2 billion in infrastructure work. We have new grants available for Kentucky farms. The city of Fredericksburg has named their sustainability award winners. We have Seattle seeking public input on their new lighting for light rail stations. Oxford County, Minnesota is studying power consumption in public safety buildings. Perth County, Ontario has finalized their conservation plan. Austin's moon towers, the last 20 of them, are switching over to LED. When they started, they were carbon lamps, and someone had to change those out every day. Hoboken, New Jersey has announced new public facility projects. Edmonton, Alberta is planning upgrades at their community rinks. Grand Junction, Colorado will be buying its streetlight fixtures from their utility. And Cambrian College will be renaming their electrical engineering lab after Eaton, the company, not like any one guy. Internationally, government buildings in the Ukraine, just Ukraine, not the Ukraine, sorry, will be reducing lighting and HVAC over the summer. Okayama University is planning lights out programs on campus. The EU Product Passport program will be adding environmental impact statements to all products in the near future. People-wise, Chelsea Lighting has added Sean Lafferty as their new CEO. The IALD has named new chapter coordinators. Matt Bindel is the new VP of Sales at US Pole. Manny Prince is the CEO at Priva. Chad Rossetti is a new territory manager at Northern Camels. Gary Pounder has been promoted to VP of Sales at Stanpro. Zafarian has picked Gabrielle Vivaldi as their director of marketing. And we have new appointments to the executive at NOStar. Otherwise, you have an open source ambient light sensor API if you need one, or you could make an LED POV display for your bike wheels. I've been Scott Wachter. I want to thank you for your time. Thank you for your attention. I want you to enjoy the week. I want you to enjoy the music, and I want you to pay attention to Leadvance, Lead Efficient Design, ETI, and S-Band, who also back this show. Until next time, see ya.
However you might feel right now, someone else is feeling it too. Through all of your ups and downs, someone else is gonna rise and fall with you. Maybe you just don't believe it. Maybe it's too hard to see it. Maybe you just need to feel it, and maybe then you will believe it. For every moment that you spend alone, there is a reason to call on someone to be the light to help bring them home. Look at the stars in all the sky between. You feel the ground steady underneath. Behind the clouds, the sun's still shining. So carry on, carry on, carry on. So carry on, carry on, carry on. It's all